Yo, 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 what's up? What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. We're kind of going to mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cool, cool, cool. I bet that all of you can hear me. What's up, Katie? I'm doing pretty good. How are you? How are you, Katie? All right. Yo, what's up, Daniel? What is good, Mike Breen? Mike Breen. Oh, my gosh. I'm in broadcasting mode. Mike Green is here. What's good, my guy? Oh, thank you all so much for coming in, man. If you guys are new, make sure that you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons, man. We go live and do play-by-play for every Sixers game, Eagles game, Phillies game, and also we do watch parties for the Flyers. We did our very first full game last night, and we have a lot to improve on. So looking forward to getting another hack at it tomorrow night. And, getting better at that. It's going to be a little bit of like a work in progress, but yeah, man. Yes, sir's here. What's going on, my guy? How you doing? Oh, you changed your profile pic, too. Wow. You changed that. But yeah, hopefully you're all doing well. The Sixers, but before we dive into X's and O's and all that type of stuff, am I, coming in clear because my screen keeps freezing a little bit, and I'm hoping that it's not just an internet problem. So please, let me know if we're freezing up or if that's just on my end or whatever. So, yeah, all right. So tonight, the Sixers, unfortunately, they're going to be without Joel Embiid, so he's listed out with an illness. This was just reported about 20 minutes or so ago. So, yes. So it'll be a very interesting thing to see how the Sixers do tonight without him. So the lineup does look a little bit different, but because Joel's not there and CJ McCollum is also back, the Sixers are really going to have to try to do whatever they can in regards to just the rebounding game. So if they can just try to limit, I'd say, Zion Williamson in the rebounding department and only have him get 6 rebounds or so, that would be really nice. I'd like to see a lot of rebounds tonight from Paul Reed. I'm curious because this is the second game that Joel's not going to play. I would like to see a little bit of Mo Bamba out there. I think that he deserves to have a shot. If Marcus Morris Sr. tonight, if he's getting cooked out there on defense, I think it's worth a shot to see what you have in Mo Bamba as your third-string center. So that would be really awesome. Mike Green says Crystal. Cool. Nice. Thank you. Appreciate that. But other than that, I mean, just in regards to this team, they've been playing really good basketball. I was really proud of the way that they handled themselves on Monday night. I thought that Monday night was a sign for me that this team is, when they are locked in, they can obviously compete with anybody. We know that. But they were knocking down their shots. They executed at a very high rate. I know that on a night-to-night basis, they're not going to be knocking down as many three-pointers as they did. This team was just absolutely lethal from beyond the arc. They really, really were. And gave LeBron James the biggest loss in his career. So they ended up winning 138-94, and that's honestly the 5th worst loss in Lakers franchise history. So the two-man game between Embiid and Maxey was phenomenal. Maxey ended up having himself a really good game with 31 points, and Embiid had a triple-double in 3 quarters. So obviously you're not going to have Joel tonight, and you're not going to be able to rely on him at the center position, so you're going to have to find your scoring from other people. But Kelly Oubre Jr. apparently supposed to be back potentially on Friday, so that would be a nice little addition too, because they've really missed him. And he was somebody that was a spark plug for them. He started off coming off the bench this season, and then he was in the starting rotation, and he would just fit the mold with Joel and Tyrese. So that's also a very good sign as well. And yeah, in regards to this New Orleans team, all right, let's talk a little bit about them. So they're 9-9 on the season. They're actually 6-4 at home. They've been without CJ McCollum for a really long time, and it's good for them that they have him back because he has been, say what you want about him throughout his whole entire career. He's been really awesome. He's been a very good player. Obviously played with Damian Lillard back in Portland and was a very good combo guard with him. But he means a lot to this team. And with Brandon Ingram out there and Zion Williamson, it's really hard to keep all three of them healthy. So they low-key have a really nice team, and it's probably going to take them a little bit of time for them to kind of get things back in sync together, because this is the first time that CJ McCollum has played, because he was out for a little bit with an injury. And we'll talk a little bit about that in just a little bit. But as far as the Pelicans go, the ball movement, you expect it to be a little bit sloppy in the beginning and that they're going to be a little bit out of sorts. But if the shots are falling, the Sixers have to do a good job at just boxing out and just, attacking the zone and closing out on defense. There's been some times where I've noticed that this team kind of goes back to their tendencies at times where they forget how to close out, and guys are just left wide open, and they just make open shots. And there's, like, quote-unquote soft coverage, kind of like in the NFL when we talk about the Eagles a little bit. When you're leaving somebody wide open, that's different than just contesting their threes. So that's going to be a big thing to look out for tonight, too. New Orleans is actually picked to win by 2.5, which I think is really interesting. And, of course, now that makes a lot of sense because Joel Embiid's not going to play. He's out with an illness. In case you are just tuning in and you did not hear the news, it was just released about 25 minutes ago. It was reported by Keith Pompey and the Philadelphia 76ers. Yes, so the money line for tonight's game, well, you got Philadelphia at plus 115 and New Orleans at minus 135. So Embiid's out. Daniel House Jr. still out too. And Jaden Springer, forgot to mention that. He's also he hasn't been playing over the last couple of games. So they don't really have as much versatility in the wing department, but you're going to need to rely on guys like Mo Bamba and Patrick Beverley and just some of these other people for them to just execute. As far as the lineups go for tonight, for the New Orleans Pelicans, you got Brandon Ingram, you got Zion Williamson, Jonas Valanciunas, and Herbert Jones, and CJ McCollum. So that is their starting five. And for the Philadelphia 76ers, it's Tyrese Maxey, DeAnthony Melton, Nick Batum, Tobias Harris, and Marcus Morris Sr. So they got a little bit of a small lineup tonight as they play at the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. So CJ McCollum, it's his first game since November 4th. He had issues with his right lung, and thank goodness he's okay because that was really, really scary. So Morris Sr. will be tipping things off with Jonas Valanciunas over at center circle. The ball is up, and Valanciunas ends up winning the tip-off here. And we're just underway, so the Pelicans in their regular home uniforms with the dark blue and the gold on the stripe. Ingram tries to go inside with a two. He puts it up and in. It was a right-handed layup. So Brandon Ingram, the former L.A. Laker, was a top pick in the draft class as Ben Simmons. It was the same one as Ben Simmons. Here's Morris Sr. on a step-back three-pointer, and that's off the mark. Sixers going from left to right, and the Pelicans going from right to left. Valanciunas hands it off to Ingram. Ingram passes it out to Williamson. Williamson with a nice pass to Valanciunas, and the ball gets stolen away by Tyrese Maxey. Maxey to Melton. Melton back to Maxey for three on the near wing. Too strong. He clanked it off the top of the rim. Williamson leading the outlet, and it drops a little bounce pass to Herbert Jones, and he lost it as it goes out of bounds towards the baseline. So it's a 2-0 game. New Orleans, they're on a 2-game losing streak, and they've really struggled with that CJ McCollum. And now that he's back, that's a very good sign for them. Batum thought about catching and shooting for the Sixers. Harris has it now. He's on the near wing, being guarded by CJ McCollum. He spins, fades, goes up with a turnaround jumper. No, Morris Sr. trying to tip it out to a teammate. It's intercepted by Zion Williamson. Williamson backing down his defender, kicks it out to McCollum on a little pump fake, and McCollum takes it to the rim with the underhanded scoop. No, Valanciunas, though, is able to put it back up and in on the rebound. What is going on, Larry? What is up, Ron Duffney? What's up, Jess? How you doing? There we go. So the Sixers down 4-0 so far. Harris to Morris Sr. to Batum for three. Yes! Nick Batum hit it from the near wing at the top of the wing. 4-3. Batum doing a very good job at catching and shooting for the Sixers. We have a turnover on the other end on Herbert Jones. I think he lost it out of bounds, but Tobias Harris getting the hockey assist, if you will, and Marcus Morris Sr. getting the assist for the Sixers. Here's Melton on the catch and shoot. That goes in and out. It was from the top of the key. Zion Williamson grabs the rebound. Williamson with a bounce pass to Herbert Jones, and going inside and trying to go up with a shot is Ingram, and he's fouled. A circus shot by Brandon Ingram, and Marcus Morris Sr. is guilty for committing the foul. Man, he's just a very good finisher, and the fact that he just had to go over and under and just scoop it up the way that he did on a little, wasn't really a pump fake, but it was sort of like that. And the foul shot is good as he capitalizes on the three-point opportunity. It's a 7-3 run by New Orleans so far. 9:40 left to go in the first quarter. Batum passing it around the timeline, finds Tyrese Maxey. Maxey with a bounce pass to Marcus Morris Sr. for three, and that's off the mark. The Sixers, they're getting the looks. They're just not executing from three. Only one time, that was Batum. Valanciunas trying to go up against Marcus Morris Sr., and he will take that mismatch any day. 6'11" going up against 6'7". And that's why the Sixers are going with a small ball lineup tonight. Batum, catch and shoot. Oh, I thought he was going to shoot it, but instead he kicks it out to Maxey. Maxey, one more to Harris for three, and that's off the mark from the far wing. So the Philadelphia 76ers, they're struggling from downtown. They're just 1 for 5. Everybody in the starting lineup has taken a three, and the only one that's hit is Batum. Here's CJ McCollum in his return for a three. Yes, he got it. 12-3, New Orleans. That was just a very smooth pass by Brandon Ingram, or Zion Williamson, I should say. Batum lost it, and Zion Williamson leading the charge on the other end. Williamson kicks it out to Jones. Jones thought that McCollum was going to be right next to him, but McCollum goes to the far corner. Williamson back to Ingram. Ingram at the foul line, being double-teamed, kicks it out to Herbert Jones in the far corner, who will take a couple steps inside, an underhanded pass to Valanciunas, and it's stripped by Tobias Harris. And it goes out of bounds. They're actually going to call a foul on DeAnthony Melton. So it's 12-3, New Orleans. There's still 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Nope. As Valanciunas will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. A little bit confused on that sequence, but Valanciunas, a guy that's averaging 13 points per game, 8.9 rebounds as well, and about 2.5 assists per game, that is. First foul shot is good as gold. He was the 5th overall pick by the Toronto Raptors back in 2011, so this is his 11th season in the NBA. Was traded the year that they won the championship, the Toronto Raptors, and that was back in 2017. That was the 17-18 season. Makes the second foul shot, and it's now 14-3 New Orleans. Maxey stopping on a dime, catches, pulls up, and he can't knock it down. Man, the Sixers had everything going in the last game, and so far tonight they're 1 for 6 from 3, and they're getting the looks. Herbert Jones for 3 on the near wing, and he's human. Nick Batum comes away with the rebound. DeAnthony Melton leading the charge on the other end. He's at the top of the wing, kicks it out to Morris Sr., and here's Maxey now. Maxey dribbles into traffic, finds Harris. Harris to Morris Sr., one more to Melton for 3 on the far wing. Oh, it's good by DeAnthony Melton. So Melton, a guy that's been shooting very well for the Sixers. He's shooting 40.5% from the field and has been one of their best three-point shooters. A career 41.5% three-point shooter. And it's now 16-6 as Zion Williamson makes a 5-foot layup. And the Sixers want to talk things over as a timeout is called by Nick Nurse. So a 16-6 run to start off the game by New Orleans. And the Sixers hopefully will try to get back into this game sooner rather than later. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icon so that way you know if I go live or if I upload. We've been doing a lot of YouTube shorts lately too, so every day what we're doing is we're asking a Philly sports question on a YouTube short, and I want to hear from you guys. I try to really make this interactive because I think that that's what's really cool about this medium is that I get to have you guys participate in all different types of stuff. So we have different polls on the community channel, and we also do YouTube short questions. So today's question was, is Tyrese Maxey right now a top 10 player in the NBA? And if you guys want to go give your thoughts over there, you certainly can do that. You can also do it on here right now. I do want to get to this poll. So the poll question that we had today is, should Kelly Oubre Jr. come off the bench when he returns? So he's expected to come back Friday, according to what I heard. And 55% of you so far have said yes, and 45% of you have said no. So let me know your reasoning down below. I think it's nice that they're going to get him back. He was doing really well in the starting rotation before he got injured. I know he started off the season on the bench, but I don't mind it either way, personally. I think Batum would be nice off the bench and Covington, but I can understand the reasoning why you need some extra scoring off the bench too. So maybe he could be a part of that second unit. What's up, bro? Congrats again on the 1,500 subscribers. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Please drop your link down below, my guy. That's my brother, Mitch Kofsky. We love MK, man. Be sure to tune in to Fly Like an Eagle on Thursday nights on the Edge of Philly Sports Podcasting Network. You can also catch him on the Hardcore Sports Network as well. He's the best, and we love him. All right, we need 2 more subscribers to get to 1,510. Hopefully you guys will become members of our family. And we need 8 more likes to get to 20. Come on, hit that thumbs up button. What are you guys waiting for? We got 14 people on here. 2 of you have not hit that thumbs up button, and I would really appreciate that. Okay, so the Sixers, they're down 16-6. The New Orleans Pelicans so far, they're just shooting really well from the field. Just 1 for 2, though, from 3-point range. And, well, it's good that they have C.J. McCollum back for their sake. Let's see what Nick Nurse drew up from this timeout. Maxey gives it up to Melton, who's at the top of the key, and now dribbles into the timeline, goes over towards the baseline. Paul Reed trying to put it up, no. Or Mo Bamba, that is, tried to put it up and in, and he couldn't do so. And Mo Bamba has to make those, so there's Mo Bamba out there for the Sixers as he comes in for Marcus Morris Sr. The double team comes to Williamson. Melton intercepted it, but it was lost. McCollum gets it back, drops it off to Valanciunas, and that's what you do. The point guard to the big man, and he goes down with a flush. 18-6. Sixers trail by a dozen at the Smoothie King Center. Harris dribbling into traffic. The ball gets blocked by Ingram, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ingram. So Tobias Harris trying to go into the lane with a little Euro step, and he just got blocked by Ingram. There were about 3 Pelicans that were ready to meet him at the rim. Harris does get the inbound. He's on the near corner at the 2-point line. He steps up. He fires for 2. It's up and in. He sizes up his defender. And, well, it's now an 18-8 game. They actually gave credit to C.J. McCollum on the block, which is interesting. McCollum stops on the dime. He'll hand it off to Williamson. Williamson, the freight train, kicks it out to McCollum for 3. It's up and in from the far corner. Oh, they'll take 3s over 2s. That's just the name of the game now. DeAnthony Melton has to kick it out to somebody as he lost his dribble. He tries to find Bamba, and Bamba just dodged a bullet because Tyrese Maxey was the guy right behind him. Maxey at the top of the key, trying to go over Williamson, and goes into the lane. It goes up and in. Count the bucket and a foul. So Williamson gets called for the foul, and Tyrese Maxey will go to the line for 1 more. That is just a beautiful move by a guard that just eases his way into the lane and gets Zion Williamson to buy in on a little pump fake, and he got him right on the elbow. So Maxey averaging about 26.5 points per game this season, which is 10th in the NBA, and he drains that foul shot, and it's now a 10-point deficit for Philadelphia. 5:38 left in this first quarter. C.J. McCollum again back for the New Orleans Pelicans, and again, no Joel Embiid tonight, in case you're just tuning in for the Sixers. Williamson, the freight train, goes up and in with a little layup. Man, oh man, they're probably going to give Williamson a lot of looks at the rim because the Sixers rim protector's not there. Maxey cuts into the lane, kicks it out to Melton, inside, outside for three at the top of the key. Way too strong. And Zion Williamson grabs his fourth rebound. There's an alley-oop pass by McCollum all the way to Herbert Jones, and he slams it down for two. Lob City for New Orleans, 25-11. Sixers trail by 14. Maxey with the behind-the-back bounce pass to Bamba for a foul line jumper. It's off the mark. Melton trying to get the rebound. It's stolen away, though, by Ingram. Ingram from wing to McCollum. McCollum gets Batum to buy on a pump fake, goes up with a little layup, and finishes at the rim. Everywhere the Pelicans have gone, they've gotten off the shots that they've wanted to and have executed. Harris trying to go up. That's no good, but the putback slam by Bamba is Mo Bamba cleaning up the trash and taking it out. 27-13, and we have a timeout called by Willie Green. With 4:23 left to go in the first quarter, Sixers down by 14 points, 27-13 at the Smoothie King Arena. All right, cool. Oh man, this is gonna be a long night without Joel, man. It's gonna be a long night without Joel if they keep this up. This is honestly, in my opinion, like, it's nice that Mo Bamba's getting a little bit of run, but I can see why he's the third-string center. Last time Embiid was out, we didn't even score 100, says Hardcore for All. Yeah, but we weren't making our shots that day, so, yeah, we weren't boxing out either, and we were giving our opponent more second-chance opportunities, but I think it was more just about not hitting the shots, you know. And you're going to have those nights. Sometimes, like in the beginning of this game, we had a lot of wide open looks, and we just weren't cashing them in. So the play calling was correct, and the Pelicans weren't really closing out on defense, and now they're just getting really hot. So Sixers definitely need to be going on a run. So for Williamson is 4 for 4, which means that he has 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. But there's no fourth category in that. But it's just a funny stat to me. All right, so Tyrese Maxey, of course, was a big difference maker on Monday against the Lakers. He had 31 points. He was 9 for 20 from the field. He did have 3 rebounds, 8 dimes, and he was 5 for 12 from beyond the arc. It's the fifth 30 or more point game. The fifth 30-point performance where he had at least 30 points. I don't like that. I don't like the way that they worded that. But that's the fifth time this season that he has scored at least 30 points in a game. There we go. That's the better way to say it. 4 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Sixers have Batum, Harris, Maxey, Melton, and Bamba. We actually have a couple of substitutions. So Patrick Beverley comes in for Tobias Harris. Robert Covington will sub in for Tyrese Maxey. And then we have Najee Marshall coming in for C.J. McCollum for New Orleans. And Zion Williamson will take a seat as Jordan Hawkins comes in. So Jordan Hawkins has been somebody that's been really reliable off the bench for New Orleans. Again, it's a 27-13 game. Pelicans will inbound it from the far sideline. Looks like it's going to be inbounding it will be Najee Marshall. So Marshall finds Herbert Jones here. Jones will have to try to kick it out, and he'll find Ingram. Ingram at the Smoothie King Arena sign. There's a drop-off pass by Jones to Valanciunas, and the baby hook is up and in. 29-13. And man, oh man, this Pelicans team is just shooting very well from the field. They really are. So Patrick Beverley out there for the Sixers being guarded by Najee Marshall. He'll have to try to dribble it around the timeline. Nope, he'll actually go up with a little baby hook himself and he got it from the right side, or the left side of the baseline, I should say. Thought he was going to dribble all over across the timeline, but he even fooled me. There's a three-point shot that goes in and out by the Pelicans, and Mo Bamba comes away with the rebound. Beverly. We have a foul called on Mo Bamba, and that's going to be a turnover on the Sixers. So it was away from the play, if you will, as he got tangled up with, I guess it was Herbert Jones that was down there. And Nick Nurse not happy with that call. So Jones was actually guarding Beverly, but Valanciunas got tangled up with Bamba just a little bit. Sixers have 2 turnovers. Pelicans have 3, but the Pelicans are up by 14 points. Here's number 14 for the Pelicans. As he tries to go up with a shot, that's Ingram. And we have another foul called. As Jose Alvarado will come in for Herbert Jones. As the ball actually went out of bounds. So Bamba gets called for a personal. So now Alvarado will come on in for Jones. So Jose Alvarado, not the Phillies relief pitcher Jose Alvarado, but the three-point shooter Jose Alvarado for the Pelicans. He's been a very good three-point shooter. With a little bounce pass to Jonas Valanciunas. Valanciunas with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He'll give it back to Alvarado. Alvarado trying to go into the lane. 5.5 seconds left, and a shot clock violation is called on New Orleans. Good job by the Sixers to lock all windows and doors. 3:04 left to go in the first quarter. I had to laugh. Yeah, I know. I had to make you guys laugh. Patrick Beverly finds Paul Reed. B-ball Paul in there for Philadelphia. And here's Beverly trying to find Morris Sr. on the near wing. Now he's on the near corner, dribbles and shoots, and he got it. Wow, off the dribble. Marcus Morris Sr., not the best shooter off the dribble, but he converted. And the Sixers will take any bucket that they can get right now for sure. Robert Covington guarding Brandon Ingram. They've had a little bit of some time facing each other as we have a foul called. It'll be on the Sixers here. And Brandon Ingram, I believe, is going to go to the line to shoot 2 foul shots. So the Sixers, they're down by 12. But over their last couple of games, as we talked about before, they played really well against the Lakers. And then before that, it seems like that they did a really good job in their second to last game too. First foul shot is up and in, and it's now 30-17. The Pelicans, on the other hand, well, they've lost 2 in a row. They were on a 3-game winning streak, and then they lost 2 to Utah. Oh, did I? I did not even know that. I'm so sorry. I literally did not even know that. Thanks for calling me out on that one. All right, well, we won't use that. Tyrese Maxey with a little give and go to Paul Reed. I literally didn't even know that. Maybe I was just so used to it for so many years. Paul Reed with his fadeaway jumper. He puts it up, and he can't get it to go, but we have a foul called. So Cody Zeller, the veteran NBA player, is out there. Of course, his twin brother also played in the NBA too. Ariel, what's going on, man? Thanks so much. What you used? Yeah, I used Zoom off, lock windows and doors. I think I said locked all windows and cylinders, but yeah, I guess that's where I came up with it. So, I won't use that. Alvarado tried to kick it to Herbert Jones, and Marshall gets it back. There's a three-point shot by Jordan Hawkins, and he gets it to go from the near wing. 34-19 is the score. And again, the Pelicans hitting everything that they can from 3. They're 3 for 5 from downtown. Maxey steps back, lets it fly. He can't get that one to fall. Zumoff will be proud of you. I can't do that. I can't do that to Zumoff if he used it. Alvarado with a bounce pass to Cody Zeller. A little pick and roll. I believe it was tipped by Paul Reed. Nonetheless, it was great defense. Patrick Beverly gets the rebound. Beverly to Maxey. Maxey trying to go into the lane with a little reverse layup. It's up and in. Oh, what a play by Tyrese Maxey. You didn't know if he was going to pull up from 3 or just take it to the baseline, and that's what he did. Alvarado for 3 again. Yes. 3s over 2s, and they get a wide open look, and that's why the Sixers have to close out. 37-21, 105 left to go in the first quarter. Maxey almost lost it, and he actually did lose it. Alvarado with a little fast break all the way to Najee Marshall, and Marshall gets fouled as he tried to take it to the cup. 56.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The foul is called on Robert Covington. But how about Tyrese Maxey just going into the lane, knifing his way in, and getting past Cody Zeller not once but twice. On back-to-back possessions, 37-21, the Pelicans in the bonus, and the first foul shot by Najee Marshall goes up and in. So Tyrese with 7 points. He's 3 for 6 from the field, and as we talked about it before, he's been doing really well for the Sixers this season. Has been playing a lot better on the defensive side, too. 6 other NBA games are going on tonight, or I should say 5 other NBA games are going on tonight. Second foul shot is good. Actually trying to dribble it into the lane. Now he kicks it out to Reed. Reed with a little pick and roll back to Maxey. Maxey finds Patrick Beverley on the far corner. A little pump fake. He'll try to take it to the lane. Kicks it back out to Morris Sr. for 3 again. Yes! That was a nice shot by Marcus Morris Sr. as he threw down a bow and an arrow and got a bullseye. We have a turnover on Jose Alvarado as he landed in a little push-up position over in front of his bench. Willie Green and the trainers are out there to make sure that he's okay. And, well, it's 39-24. And he is hobbling and he's going back into the locker room. Man, oh, man, that is not a good sign. Hopefully it's just a cramp. 34.5 seconds left in this first quarter. The Sixers may want to think about going for a 2-for-1. Let's see what happened on the replay. I think that he tripped over Beverly's foot. That's what it looked like from the angle that they're showing us, the bird's eye view, if you will. No, I think he just slipped. Uh-oh. Sixers trying to get a layup on the other end, and they can't do so. So they just cut back to the game. Maxey trying to go up with a layup. Here's an alley-oop batch. That's denied on the other end, though, by the Sixers. Marcus Morris Sr. intercepted it. 19.5 seconds left on the game clock. The shot clock's unplugged. Tyrese Maxey being guarded at the top of the key. 10 seconds left. Maxey's still standing at the logo. 8 seconds left. Maxey has to get moving. What's he doing? 5 seconds to go. Maxey dribbles into the lane, goes up with a high arcing shot, and a foul is called. It'll be against Well, 3.9 seconds are left in the first quarter. It's going to be against New Orleans. Can't tell who it's on. But let's see. Actually just trying to dribble his way into the lane. Looks like he did get fouled. It was a personal foul on Najee Marshall, so I don't think it was in the act of shooting. Robert Covington trying to plead a case for something here. As Patrick Beverley will take a little quick seat, and D'Anthony Melton comes in. Herbert Jones will also sub in for Zion Williamson. And Paul Reed will take a quick seat as well. 3.9 seconds left in this first quarter. The Sixers will inbound it from the near sideline. I was surprised it wasn't in the act of shooting. That's what Maxey was arguing. Melton will try to inbound it, and it's deflected off of a Pelican, and will do the inbound again. It was on Najee Marshall. It deflected off of him. Tobias Harris will also sub in for B-Ball Paul. Sixers down by 15 points. 3.9 seconds left, and Melton will get a second take at this. But we have a stoppage in play because the refs are talking things over. I couldn't understand why, but the ref from the sideline will just give it out to Melton. Melton now has to inbound it. He finds Tyrese Maxey. Maxey with a high arcing runner. It's blocked, and 1.2 seconds are left on the clock, but it'll be Pelicans basketball. That was a good block on the other end by the Pelicans. So Marshall is the one that picked it out and made sure that Maxey touched it last. 1.2 seconds to go, and it seems like it's been forever with every little second to end this quarter. All right, so the ball's inbounded. There's a three-quarters court shot that goes up, and it's airballed. So that's the end of the first quarter. As the Sixers are down 39-24, they're hoping to come up with a little counter punch in the second quarter as they're down by 15 points. A sub, 25 points first quarter. Nice job, boys. Maybe try Sixers batten down the hatches. What does that mean? As far as defense goes, I don't know if I like that. It has to come natural, you know. I mean, I do appreciate that. Like, I definitely appreciate if you guys have like any punchlines, like by all means, like that's what they're called. They're called punchlines, where you say something and it's supposed to be an idiom or an analogy, but it makes a lot of sense. So, like, one of my favorites is parts of the Red Sea as a biblical reference, because you know what that means. That means people are getting out of somebody's way because the guy that's going down towards the rim is a freight train, and you know he's probably going to dunk it. So, but yeah, man. Sixers, they're shooting 47.5%. Oh, wait, nope, that's the wrong game. I don't want to give you the wrong info. They shut the front door. No, because then that I don't like, because that's a reference, I believe, to baseball. And, like, okay, if they needed a defensive stop, like, at the end of the game, like, they shut the door, not the front door. Okay, now I understand. That's funny. That is really funny. I didn't get it at first, but now I understand. I like shut the door if they need to get like a defensive stop with like 5 seconds left. That's really cool. That's great. That I think I'll write down. Shut the door. Sixers throw a lid on it. Y'all are funny. Oh man, we can come up with different types of punchlines if you guys have any. Like, by all means, like, comment them down below. I like shut the door. Maybe I'll use that for like the end of a game. That's like the perfect time to do that. Oh boy. All right. Why isn't this up? There it is. All right, so the Sixers will have Patrick Beverley, Tobias Harris, Paul Reed, Marcus Morris Sr., and Tyrese Maxey all out there to start off the second quarter. It's 39-24. Reed trying to find Morris Sr. inside. He goes up with a little layup, and that was a really nice play by Paul Reed, who had the binoculars there, and just great court vision down low to Marcus Morris Sr. And for the Pelicans, it'll be Zion, Herbert Jones, Cody Zeller, Jordan Hawkins, who almost made a three there, and also Daniels out there as well. So Dyson Daniels, the 20-year-old who was the 8th overall pick in the 2022 round, or in the 2022 draft, I should say, the first round. A little bit off. Forgot to take the plastic wrapper off. What do you mean the plastic wrapper off? I don't know what that means. 39-26, and there's a steal on a bad pass by Maxey, and a little outlet pass that goes out of bounds. So Cody Zeller was the one that tried to make the layup on the other end and could not do so. What's up, John? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, please feel free to do so. We do have a foul called on Tobias Harris. It's a shooting foul. And it's now 40-26 as Jordan Hawkins is sent to the line, and he makes the first foul shot there. So Hawkins is 21 years old. He went to UConn, was the 14th pick in the 2023 draft by the Pelicans. He's averaging 13.5 points per game as he makes the second one too, and also 4 rebounds and 2 dimes as well. We have another turnover on the Sixers. Just some more careless basketball. That time it was a walk by Tobias Harris. Tried to go into the lane, and he picked up his pivot foot and just was not careful. A sloppy basketball, and that can certainly come back to bite you. Williamson will try to hand it off all the way to Hawkins. Hawkins back to Williamson. Williamson inside to Zeller. Zeller being guarded by Reed. Steps up, tries to put it up, and he does not get the friendly bounce. Harris comes away with the board. Harris to Maxey. One more to Beverly. Beverly going into the lane. Kicks it out to Morris Sr. for three on the far corner. No good. Paul Reed didn't anticipate the rebound coming his way, and he bobbled it. And Williamson has it. Zion Williamson will just hand it off all the way towards the far corner to Najee Marshall. And Herbert Jones trying to go up with a two inside the lane. It's blocked by Morris Sr. Maxey on the other end lets it fly from way downtown. And it hits the front of the rim. And another rebound by New Orleans. The Pelicans are just out-rebounding the Sixers. There's a three-point shot, and that's off the mark. It goes out of bounds. Dyson Daniels was wide open, out in transition, and he tried to catch and shoot from the far corner, and he didn't let it go. Sixers will be playing against the Boston Celtics at TD Garden on Friday night. And then on December 6th, they are back home and will face Washington. Then they're at Atlanta on December 8th. And then they play Washington again on the 11th. So Maxey will find Tobias Harris here. Harris is on the far wing, trying to dribble across Zion Williamson. And another bad pass by Tobias Harris. It's intercepted by Dyson, and he slams it home. So the third turnover already in this second quarter. And this is not a good sign for the Sixers. They're just all out of sorts. And this is what happens when you're missing your big man. Tyrese Maxey goes into the lane, and the underhanded scoop is up, and then with the right hand. Williamson, no-look pass, three-point shot, it's up, off the mark, and another rebound by Marshall. And Batum trying to save it, and he could not get it to go, as Batum ended up being out of bounds towards the near baseline. KJ Martin will sub in for the Sixers, and Tobias Harris will take a seat, and rightfully so. Tobias Harris is really struggling. He has 2 points. He's minus 14 on the field. Zeller has it at the top of the logo. And he'll try to bounce pass it to Williamson. Whistles remain silent as Williamson tumbles to the deck. Herbert Jones to Williamson into the lane. Williamson parts the Red Sea, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for one more. 45-28, and this is getting pretty ugly pretty fast. So the Pelicans just able to find Zion Williamson. The freight train just coming into the lane. Man, oh man, this guy, in case you guys don't know who he is or what he looks like, he is a really tall, really tall person. First, the foul shot goes up and it goes in and out. He's just really big in frame. He's 6'6", but he weighs 284 pounds, and it's all muscle. Here's Maxey for three again. No good. KJ Martin trying to get the rebound, and Dyson Daniels boxes him out. Reed trying to steal it, though, in the backcourt. Zeller tries to find. Couldn't tell who that was. That was Jordan Hawkins, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Sixers basketball as it went out towards the near sideline. Not a good pass by Cody Zeller. Out in transition. And this is just what you need the Sixers to do. You need the Sixers to just not only try to make their shots, but they just got to make smart basketball plays, and that's what they're not doing tonight so far. KJ Martin to Marcus Morris Sr. as he tried to dribble it out, and it's another steal by C.J. McCollum. McCollum going into traffic. Kicks it out to Williamson. Williamson thought about dunking it, but instead he puts it up and then with the right hand, and now it's a 19-point deficit. An 8-4 run by New Orleans. 7 turnovers by both teams so far. Very sloppy basketball. Maxey almost got called for walking the floor. Has to be careful. Finds Morris Sr., who's backing down C.J. McCollum. And we have a foul called on the other end. It'll be on the Pelicans. So Cody Zeller gets called with a defensive 3-second violation, which is equivalent to a technical foul. And Maxey will go to the line to shoot the technical foul free throw. And he gets it to go. So as I mentioned before, we have some athletes that are, that have different athlete names for this Pelicans team. We have Jose Alvarado, who is also a closer for the Phillies, or a relief pitcher. But we also have Matt Ryan, who is out tonight. And is going to be out for a little bit of time for them. Maxey loses the basketball again on the inbound. C.J. McCollum is off to the races, but he'll dribble around the timeline, and he'll bounce pass it to Valanciunas, so they just wanted to wait for the rest of the offense to go back out there. Williamson to McCollum at the top of the key. Thought about taking the three-pointer. Steps back, pulls up, fires it, and he clanks it off the back of the rim. Too strong. 7.5 minutes left to go in this second quarter. A bounce pass to Paul Reed. Reed for three. Way off the mark. Morris Sr. trying to get the rebound, and we have a loose ball foul called against the Pelicans. Sorry about the scoreboard. We'll change that. There we go. Oop. Gotta do it again. Apologize. We have another timeout called. It'll be for the Sixers here. And they'll be right back. In case you are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe, man. Turn on those notification bell icons. 17 likes, and 3 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, because we do a lot of good stuff on here. Don't be ashamed. Just hit that thumbs up button. All right. Oh, boy. If you guys think that the Sixers are going to come back, hit that thumbs up button. If you guys think that the Sixers are going to lose tonight's game, you can still hit that thumbs up button. And if you don't care or could care less about this game, you can still hit that thumbs up button too. Oh my gosh. So the Pelicans, they're 9-9. They're third in their division, if divisions mean anything, which really in the NBA, they really don't. But it's, for their sake, they have C.J. McCollum back, and that was a really big loss for them. He had some lung issues, and now that he's back, he could help them try to find a way to get a playoff run. So if the season actually were to end today, and we look at the Western Conference standings, the Sacramento Kings would have the 6th seed, and then the Lakers would have to play the Warriors in the play-in tournament, and the Warriors would have to play the Pelicans in the play-in tournament, and then the Lakers would have to play the Rockets. So that's how it would go. Interesting. Clippers would not make it if the season were to end today. They're 7-9. That's interesting. This game will be over by the third quarter, maybe halftime. I love the optimism. Love the optimism. I'm kidding. I know that you're trying to be realistic, and I know that you're hoping that you're wrong. We had some other scores, too. The Lakers are up by 25 points in Detroit, and that's going into the fourth quarter. The Orlando Magic lead it by 13 points, and that's going into the fourth quarter as well. And then the Raptors, they lead it by 7 points against the Phoenix Suns at halftime. Of course, I'm a Sixers fan. I don't want them to lose. Oh, no, I don't. I'm just joking with you. So Batum trying to save it, and we have a backcourt violation called against the Sixers as we just came back from a little timeout, and that's now the 6th turnover that they've had in this quarter. And they now have 9 in the first half. Just absolutely unacceptable. So many miscues. Brandon Ingram will try to pass it. He finds Herbert Jones. And we have a shot that's up, and a foul is called on K.J. Martin. So Martin was the other one that had the turnover on him as well. So the Pelicans, they have Valanciunas back out there, McCollum, Daniels, Jones, and Ingram. Pelicans get the inbound. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Herbert Jones trying to go up with it. It's denied by the Sixers. And there's a three-point shot that's up, and stepping out of bounds is C.J. McCollum. He had 1 foot on the blue line on that far corner. And the Sixers will get it back. Less than 7 minutes to go. Sixers, of course, just need to do a better job in the rebounding department. That's a lot easier said than done. Here's D'Anthony Melton's three at the top of the key, and he can't buy a bucket tonight. It's just 1 for 4 from the three. Ingram passes it to Valanciunas. Valanciunas back to Ingram inside. It's blocked by Reed, but we have a foul called against the Sixers. So a foul was called on Nick Batum. It's now 47-29, and we have more free throws coming up. Larry passed out on the sofa already. Is that what Hardcore for All said? Is that the truth? Are you actually with Larry, Hardcore for All? So Ingram will go to the line for 2 foul shots, and he converts on the first one. So Brandon Ingram, over his last 8 games, he has averaged 26.5 points per game, which is really impressive, and he's shooting 51% from the field, averages about 5 rebounds and 5.5 assists as well. And oh, by the way, he's shooting 37% from 3 during that stretch. And he makes that foul shot too, and it's now 49-29. So Ingram with 9 points, 3 assists tonight. He has 2 rebounds, and he's 5 for 5 from the line. Maxey in the lane on the near elbow. Swings it all the way to Melton from the far corner. A little drop-off pass inside to Paul Reed. Reed with a Euro step. Count the bucket and a foul. Good play by Paul Reed. Najee Marshall is the one that's guilty for committing the foul there. There's also a really nice pass by D'Anthony Melton, just recognizing that the triple team was coming his way. I was a little curious as to why, and Paul Reed was just left wide open as the receiver, if you will. It was just right there. And he converts. Man, Paul Reed, not the best free throw shooter, but that certainly helps the Sixers. They'll take anything at this point. They trail by 17 points. Ingram trying to part the Red Sea, kicks it out to McCollum for 3, and he answers back with a 3 of his own. 52-32. So the Pelicans lead it by 20. Here's Melton trying to dribble across his defender with a little drop-off pass to KJ Martin, and some ballet moves as he lays it up and in with that left hand. So they cut it back to 18. The thing is that they just need to get back on defense, and there's an example of that on the other end as Valanciunas was at the top of the key, and Daniels was left wide open at the baseline, and he got a dunk. Meanwhile, on the other end, D'Anthony Melton dribbles into traffic, and he gets fouled in the act of shooting. So it's a 54-34 ball game. We have some more free throws coming up. Valanciunas is called for the personal foul. I wanted to go back to that one play where Melton had it from the far corner and just had a little bounce pass inside to Paul Reed. It was just a really good recognition and good awareness by Melton to just see that the triple team was coming his way. You had Jones, Williamson, and McCollum that were all out there, and then they forgot about guarding the big man. Melton's second foul shot is good. His first one was good as gold, too. 5:30 left in the second quarter. Ingram almost lost the basketball. We have another foul called. It'll be against the Sixers, KJ Martin. That's his second personal. Pelicans have a 6-4 record at home this season. They've been playing really good basketball even without C.J. McCollum. A little tip-off, and Pelicans were able to win it. Valanciunas getting double-teamed, and he gets called for the travel. Good job by the Sixers on the defensive side to make him work. 28 lovely people on here. Make sure you all like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons. That way you know when I go live. Melton has to set up a little prayer. It's stolen away. Almost an inbound violation, and Melton blocks McCollum at the rim. Oh, what a play by D'Anthony Melton. He gets called for a foul. Are you kidding me? A chase down block, and they called a foul on him. That is insanity. McCollum just met Melton at the rim, and that's just 2 guards going at it that are athletic. Oh, my goodness. It was all ball. And the Sixers will most likely challenge this, and rightfully so. So it's a shooting foul called on Melton, and that is 100% not the right call. This should be overturned, and we have a timeout and a challenge flag waved. And again, this is what you don't get if you're just tuning in and if you're just scoreboard watching. That's the thing that makes this so confusing. Okay, you see 76ers timeout. You don't know that there's a challenge on there, so this is why play-by-play is so valid on here. They called the body contact. I think it stays. All right, I'm going to take a very, very quick step off. I will be literally right back in 30 seconds. I have to just blow my nose. I will be right back. See you soon. All right, so the Sixers, they're down by 18 points. In case you are just tuning in, my name, of course, is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Algo people, do your thing, man. We need to get to 30 likes. I would actually really like us to get to 50. That would be really, really awesome. We would have our that would be our second time reaching 50. That would be really great. So they were reviewing to see if McCollum got fouled by D'Anthony Melton. And by all looks, it just looked like that he had all ball. And he just met him at the rim. It was a little chase down block, if you will. There is maybe a little bit of contact, but the call is overturned. And the Sixers, of course, retained their challenge. And Patrick Beverley now comes in for the Sixers. So Beverley on the near wing will hand it off to Tobias Harris. Harris has really struggled today. And he tries to go up with a jumper. It's up, and we have a travel violation called on Harris. And, man, oh, man, you got to be kidding me, because he didn't even pick up his pivot foot, nothing. So another turnover by the Sixers. That's their 10th in this quarter. That's just insane. Absolutely insane. 54-36. Valanciunas has to dribble it. Now he has to pass it as he lost his dribble. McCollum has it now on the near wing. He almost got stolen away. A Nola pass inside. It's blocked by Melton, but they're going to call a foul on him, and that was the right play because there was some contact down low. Najee Marshall is the guy that will go to the line for two. He's the victim right there. Nick Nurse, of course, getting very animated. 54-36. He is certainly not happy with that call. So Marshall, averaging 10 points per game this season. We got to see him play at the G League level. And that was really cool. He did pretty good. It's 55-36. Forgetful, thanks so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Let's get to 1,530 subscribers by the end of the stream. That would be really awesome. So Nick Batum will sub on out for the Sixers, and Robert Covington comes in. And Marshall missed the second foul shot. It's tipped up and in by Jonas Valanciunas, though. And, oh, man, the Sixers just not doing a good job on the glass. They really just have been very lackadaisical in that department. Patrick Beverley trying to get it around a couple of defenders, finds a three-point shooter in Covington. It's a little short, but the tip back is no good. They're going to call basket interference. This is just absolutely absurd. KJ Martin just got called for basket interference, and Nick Nurse still animated on the sideline. How on earth is that basket interference? Literally, he just tipped it back up and in. Didn't even lean over the rim, nothing. But we play on. 57-36. And another possession by Dyson. Dyson tries to find Valanciunas. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Oh, pass it out to Dyson again. Dyson to Ingram for three on the near corner. It's good. It's 60-36, and this is starting to get very ugly. Sixers down by 24 points. DeAnthony Melton on the far wing, dribbling around a couple of defenders, kicks it out to Beverly for three on the near wing. He answers back with a three of his own. So there we go. The Sixers finally get their second three-pointer on the game. 60-39, and the Pelicans have put up 21 points in this quarter. Sixers have only put up 15. They swinging around the timeline. McCollum for three. No good. And KJ Martin gets his miss. There you go. Sixers hopefully can try to go on a little run here. Covington finds Harris. Harris trying to take it to the cup. And we have a foul called. I think it's going to be on CJ McCollum. So the Sixers, they're getting out-rebounded 19-11. And it feels like it's actually a lot worse, to be honest with you. But they really just have been getting not really a lot of offensive rebounds. And now both teams are in the bonus. So Harris will go to the line for 2 foul shots. The first one's good, and McCollum did was guilty for committing the shooting foul. Herbert Jones will substitute for Dyson Daniels. Zion Williamson from Duke was a one-year player for them, one and done, and they'll sub in for Jonas Valanciunas. Paul Reed will also come back in for KJ Martin. Another foul shot by Toby, and that's up and good. So they cut the deficit now to 19 points. 3:10 left to go in the second quarter. Sixers are 7 for 7 from the line. Zion Williamson getting his way and having his way as he converts on the two at the rim. 62-41. Harris almost lost it on a bad little handoff by Patrick Beverly, but they keep the possession alive. Beverly takes it to the lane, tries to go up with the left hand, and the foul is called on CJ McCollum again. So McCollum, that is his second personal foul. Time he gets called for the shooting foul. It's a little confused because they didn't have him down as committing a personal foul beforehand. And now Pat Bev, who's at the line, drains his first foul shot as he gets that one to go. .249 left to go in this second quarter. And he drains the second one, too. It's back to a 19-point deficit. So the Pelicans are playing monkey in the middle and keep away from Patrick Beverly as Williamson has it. I'll hand it off to Jones. Jones gets it back from McCollum. One more to Williamson, and he throws it down. My goodness, that was a Shaquille O'Neal type of a dunk. 64-43. He just cannot be stopped at the rim. So Beverly will find Reed inside. The ball gets deflected, and the Sixers lose it again. Another turnover. That's their 11th turnover in the second quarter. And oh man, the Pelicans have only been able to convert 13 points off of the Sixers turnovers, or 9 points off the Sixers turnovers. But still, Sixers have put up 13, and that's their 10th now actually in this quarter. I beg your pardon. Oh boy. Sixers now down by 21 points. They intercepted on the other end, but Williamson gets it back. Williamson tries to find somebody, but we have a foul called against the Sixers. The Sixers do have 4 timeouts left in this game. Pelicans have only used 1 timeout so far. Sixers need to get their act together in a huge way. Well, that's certainly something to say the least. So Williamson will head on over to the line. And the first foul shot is good by him. So the Sixers, as it's 9:07 p.m. Eastern Time, have Zion Williamson at the line, 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists as well. 2:08 left in this second quarter. So Beverly, Covington, Reed, and Maxey all out there for the Sixers. Maxey tries to take it to the lane, goes up with a runner. It's up and in, and he's fouled too. So that cuts it to a 21-point deficit. So the Sixers, as they take on the Pelicans, and their all-time history against them, actually in the last game that they played against them, that's what I wanted to say. The last game they lost 120-111. They ended up winning the game before that, 127-116. So they're 23-20 all-time against the Pelicans. 66-46, it's back to a 20-point deficit. Williamson loses it, a fight for the loose ball on the floor, and we have a jump ball called with 1:41 left in the second quarter. Last time that both these teams actually did face each other, and the Sixers ended up getting the better end of it, and they won 120-111. Joel Embiid put up 42 points, had 11 rebounds, and Harden actually had 8 assists in the game as well. Harden ended up putting up 27 points. So a jump ball between Robert Covington and Zion Williamson. And Covington almost won the tip, but it just goes into the hands of Marshall. Williamson with 4 seconds left on the shot clock gives it off to a three-point shooter. And the Sixers dodge a bullet there. 66-46 as Covington comes away with the rebound. Marshall is the one that missed the three. So Beverly will just find Tyrese Maxey on the little handoff. Maxey lets it fly from the top of the key, and he cannot buy a bucket from downtown. He's 0 for 5 now from the three. And Ingram is the one that comes up with the rebound. And with 1:10 left to go in the second quarter, the Sixers, they've allowed the Pelicans to shoot 64% from the field, and they're only shooting 41%. 41's really not that bad, but 64%, that's going to lose you a lot of games. Another offensive rebound on a bad three-point shot by the Pelicans, and Williamson trying to throw it up and in, and he does so. And they've now put up 68 points in this first half. There's 50 seconds left, and the Sixers trail by 22. Actually working around the screen as he's standing over at the logo. We'll find Harris on the near wing. Harris standing at the Smoothie King Center sign on the near wing. Now has to take it to the lane and pass it back to Maxey. It's intercepted, though, by the Pelicans and the 11th turnover of this quarter. So Ingram dribbles it out towards the top of the key, and 23 seconds are left in this quarter is going to come to a close. We have a three-point shot up by Ingram, and he cannot get it to go. Harris comes away with the rebound. So what the Sixers could do is just cut it to a 19-point deficit at best. 8 seconds left. Maxey at the top of the key, takes it to the lane, goes to the left side, finishes on the right, and he got it. 2.5 seconds left as Marshall picks it up, puts up a prayer, it's up, and it hit the front of the rim and almost went in. Sixers are down by 20 points. It's 68-48 as the New Orleans Pelicans have put up 29 points in the second quarter. The Sixers have only put up 24. So, Sixers, hopefully they can try to bounce back into this one. Still, just not feeling well. I think the Sixers' performance made me sick. Oh, boy. Hopefully you feel better, Larry. Hopefully you feel better. Man, I mean, how do you dissect this? First of all, the fact that you find out that Joel Embiid's not going to play until 15 minutes before the game, that does change a lot of things. I'm not giving them that as an excuse, but of course you're missing a guy that can give you 30 points on a night-to-night basis, so that's going to make a big difference. That is one thing. Second of all, though, that doesn't excuse the fact that they're just not out rebounding and they're not playing with a whole lot of energy out there. Clearly, they're getting out rebounded. There's been a lot of turnovers, lots of sloppy passes. Tobias Harris already. I had the stat up before, but I lost it. Where is it? 4 turnovers for Tobias Harris. Everybody in the starting lineup for the Sixers has at least 1 turnover. Maxey already has 3, and that's not even like him. So, there you go. Maxey is leading the way with 15 points, and he's 5 for 14 from the field. He is 0 for 5 from 3, but they're not really getting a lot of contributions anywhere else. Now, Beverly has 7 points off the bench, but that's been a really quiet 7 points, and he has 4 assists too. But they're just, I don't know, like they look very confused out there, and it's just the total opposite of what happened in the last game. They did start off the game flat. The 3-point shots were not going. They were getting the wide open looks, and that certainly does make a difference too. But then it just started to get out of control after the first timeout was called, and they just have not been able to find a way to get back into this game. It's just been the tempo has gone to New Orleans, and they've just been playing better basketball overall. They're playing more free. They're getting to their spots. The Sixers can't close out, and it's just a lack of effort. That's all it is. There's no sense of urgency, if you will, that they were playing with the last game. So that's how it's going from the eye test. And the other thing, too, that I'm not really happy about, it's not just a lack of effort, but I think that Nick Nurse has learned that you can't have Marcus Morris Sr. start a game with Paul Reed as the backup center. You know, if Embiid's not going to play, you got to put Paul Reed in there in the starting unit, and I think that that's the last time that we're going to see that. And I hope it is because, you know, Morris Sr. is getting beaten out by Zion Williamson, and how the heck can anybody stop him? Now, if Joel Embiid was out there, he would be able to put a body on Zion, but Marcus Morris Sr. is smaller, not just in size, but in weight class as well. So there's just no doubt about it. Got to have bodies out there. Only 8 turnovers by New Orleans. 14 is really extreme for the Sixers. And they also have 22 rebounds, the Pelicans as well. And they're shooting 58.5% from the field. But yeah, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live or if I upload. All right, so we're going to change the poll question right now, and I want to hear from you all. So 72% of you said that he should come off the bench. Interesting. All right, so the next poll question is, what is it? Where is it? We ain't losing since hardcore for all. Dude, we can't say that for Sixers. Like, that's only a Philly thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a Phillies thing because Bryce Harper or because Reese Hoskins said it. You know? But, yes, like that mentality, I understand that it's important to have that mentality, but, I mean, I'm just saying that the quote in general. I'm not really a big fan of saying, like, other quotes from like other Philly teams because I feel like that's what makes it personal, you know. But yes, you have to have you have to have that right mindset though. Like there's no doubt about it. So what's our poll question? What should our poll question be? I don't know if I like that one. Do the Sixers have a comeback in them? There's one. We ain't competing. You're right. You're right, Larry. You're absolutely right. Do the Sixers have a comeback in them? Because the game ain't over. It's certainly not over. I've seen this team come back when they were down by 22 points, even when they were under, man. So a lot has to change, though. They're actually only down by 20, not 22. So that makes a difference. 2 points makes a difference. Oh, man. All right, come on, man. We need 30 likes. I want us to get to 50. So just if you're coming on in, hit that thumbs up button. Tell your friends about this channel too, guys. It would really mean a lot to me if you guys would tell your friends about this because, we want to continue to grow the play-by-play with JJ family. And that would be very, very awesome. How about this? The Lakers, they're up 125-95 with 3:18 left in the fourth quarter. And that's in Detroit. And the Magic, they lead it by 19 points with 4:01 left in the fourth quarter. That's against the Washington Wizards. The Toronto Raptors, they have an 81-78 lead against the Phoenix Suns with 50.8 seconds left in the third. And then the Utah Jazz, they're down by 11 points against the Memphis Grizzlies as the second half just got started. The Thunder and the Nuggets, that game just got started. It's how much time is left in that game? I had the iPad on, so I couldn't necessarily tell. 8:44 left to go in the first quarter in that one. All right, it's an 8-5 lead for Denver. Cool. And then the Clippers play the Kings tonight. I voted in the poll. What do I do? Win? Or what do I win? You voted in the poll. Nice job. Very nice job. Oh, man. Let's hope that they can get their act together, says Katie. I'd be happy with a moral victory, as weird as that sounds. I know that they're without Joel, and this team is a lot different without Joel Embiid, but I'd be happier if they came out firing out of the gates because that's what they need to do. I want to see New Orleans call a timeout with 2 minutes into the third quarter. That's what I want to see. No comeback without Embiid, says Mike. They're without help. Maybe we should go out there and help them. Maybe they need some cheerleaders. Maybe they need somebody that can just go out there and just not be afraid to take threes. What do you say? Should I travel all the way to the Smoothie King Arena, get there in the matter of 5 minutes with my shorts on, and just go over there and see if they'd play me? Try to do that. Something that I'm actually trying to do, guys, is and I haven't really told my parents about this, or anybody else, but I do want to let you guys in on something. I'm actually trying to, so for those of you that don't know, okay, my background is that I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey, and I've called games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who are the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals, and also did a lot of G League basketball for the Sixers affiliate, the Delaware Bluecoats. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can go back and potentially, do a stream or do a call of a game for the Bluecoats in person. If you guys would be down for that, let me know. I think it would be really, really cool. I'm trying to see if it's possible. It's been a little bit of like a work in progress, but I think it would be really nice, and that way you can see me there. I got the actual facility, and you know what I mean? I think it would be really, really nice. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm trying to get something in the works with that, but yeah. That's what I was thinking. I'll take a strong second half even if they lose, says Larry. Yep. That's funny that we were both thinking the same thing. Yep. Yep, I'm with you on that. But yeah, let me know. Let me know if you think that sounds like a really cool idea. I did want to go back this year and watch a G League game. Larry says that would be awesome. Yeah. It'd be really cool if they went to the G League finals again like they did over the last 3 years. And we got to call a game like that and they win. That would be very, very cool. As long as we can breach the 100-point mark, it's a moral victory, says Hardcore for All. I thought Hardcore for All was gonna say as long as they score 100 points, then yes, like you're fine. Like that would be really, really cool. I was gonna be like, how could I know that beforehand, dude? How could I know if they were gonna score 100 points? You know, we get there, they score 99. Whoop, we gotta cut it, man. We gotta cut it. Can't do that. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that. Ugh. I also kind of wanted to do a minor league game at the Blue Rocks next year, and I think that I didn't get like a confirmation on that, but that would probably be a lot easier because I don't have a crowd mic. I don't have a mixer. And in an indoor arena, that would be kind of tough unless there was like not a lot of fans there. Maybe I could reserve it for myself. No, I'm kidding. I can't do that. I could just block off like the whole entire bleachers. They don't have a press box there, nothing. But it's cool because like when I was doing it, like we were on the sideline. Paul Reed actually almost ran into our equipment. That was really funny. Basketball's your strong call, in my opinion. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, basketball is the one that I've had the most experience with. And that's why it's my strongest. Like, it's just because I've been calling it for the longest. I like baseball. I think baseball's still my strongest personally because we've done a lot of games, and I do feel like that it's more of like a slower pace. It fits more of my pace, if you will. But what do I know? But we're going to get there with the other ones. It's just going to take us time. But I do appreciate that. Man, we got 18 people on here. Who else is live? We haven't rated anybody in a while. We're not going to rate anybody now, but I do want to ask you all our Sixers trivia question of the day. So I'm going to ask you a 76ers trivia question. If you get the answer right, that's what you'll hear. If you get the answer wrong, this is what you'll hear. Okay, so here's what I want to know. All right. What's the Sixers record against the Pelicans over their last 10 games? What is the Sixers record against the Pelicans over their last 10 games? Let me know in the comments down below. What is the Sixers record against the Pelicans over their last 10 games? That is what I want to know. Comment your answers. I'd love to hear from all of you. All right, give me 1 second. Okay. 8-2. That's correct. That is correct. Yep, 8-2. That is right. Is it because I said it before? I think I did say it before, so you got me there. All right, 68-48. As we start off the third quarter here, so Tyrese Maxey, Marcus Morris Sr., Tobias Harris, Nick Batum, and DeAnthony Melton all out there for the 76ers. That was a guess. You're a liar. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Here's Melton, who throws up a flamethrower, and we have another turnover called against the Sixers, so they just pick up where they left off in that first half. Just careless basketball and just lackadaisical turnovers. Their big guy is always hurt, so I figured it was high. His name is Zion Williamson. He's actually been really healthy this year. So Williamson now has it, trying to go up against Tobias Harris. And there's a little drop-off pass inside to Valanciunas, and we have a foul called as well. So the foul is on Marcus Morris Sr. I'm surprised he's out there to start off the second half. Just a little baby hook that Valanciunas went up with, and he got it to go, and Morris Sr. just made some contact with him on that right shoulder. And he converts on the three-point play. So it's a 23-point deficit for the Sixers, as we're just 45 seconds into this third quarter here. We do have a whistle that's called against New Orleans. The Pelicans, they will be over their next couple of games when you just take a look at their schedule. They have a very interesting schedule, actually, as the Sixers get the inbound here. Tobias Harris has it, tries to post up against Brandon Ingram, and he has his way. So a post-up jumper by Tobias Harris. So they play against the San Antonio Spurs on Friday, and then on Saturday they will be away in Chicago. There's a three-point shot that's off the mark. Zion Williamson gets the offensive rebound, and another foul is called on Morris Sr. Or that'll actually be on Nick Batum. Yes. So Harris trying to fade away and answered on the one end and did a good job with a contested shot, as Ingram was in his face, but Williamson got fouled. He'll go to the line for two, and he puts the first one up and in. So Zion has 16 points. He's 7 for 7 from the field. He has 6 rebounds, 5 assists as well. And Paul Reed's going to come in for Morris Sr., or for Batum, I should say. Williamson has averaged 33 points in his 3 games against the Sixers and is shooting 64.5% from the field. And he hits that foul shot too. So give the big man now 17 points, 17, 6, and 5 for Zion. Got to play with R.J. Barrett and Cam Reddish in his 1 year at Duke. Reddish now on the Lakers, and R.J. Barrett, of course, on the Knicks. Melton to Maxey. Maxey lets it fly from way downtown, and finally he answers the bell with a 3. There you go. Maybe that'll start to get him into a little rhythm. DeAnthony Melton intercepts it as he falls out of bounds. Tobias Harris gets it, and he throws it down. Tobias Harris getting it to go, and the Sixers are on a 5-0 run. Maybe that's what they needed. Just a little three-pointer and a little spark plug. Williamson almost got the ball stolen, and he throws it down for 2. Man, oh man, he is just unstoppable at the rim. He's like Shaq out there, just dominating everybody that he has to go up against. Marcus Morris Sr. was the one that he got dunked on, and Paul Reed gets called for the shooting foul. 75-55. And the foul shot is good by Zion. So he's now 8 for 8 from the field. Melton is the inbounder, as he'll hand it off to Morris Sr. And Morris Sr. hands it back to Tyrese Maxey. 9:48 left in this third quarter. Maxey stops on the dime, hands it off to Reed. Reed back to Harris, Tobias Harris, who had a nice little turnaround jumper against Brandon Ingram to start off the quarter. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Melton pulls up and knocks it down from the far wing for 3. That was with Zion Williamson all in his wheelhouse. Sixers do cut it to 18 as they put up 10 points so far in this third quarter, and we have another foul called. And oh man, just some ticky-tack calls by the refs tonight, and that's really slowed the game down. All right, come on, let's get to 50 likes, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure that you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. My goodness, Melton just being able to go up with that three-point shot on the other end, and here he comes away with a steal off of a bad pass to Herbert Jones. So Melton making a very big difference, coming up with 2 steals and a 3. Here's another three-pointer. It's a little short, And Herbert Jones gets the long rebound. Jones out in the lane. He puts it up and in, and he's fouled as well. Man, oh man, Tyrese Maxey is called for the foul. Lots of and ones. And, well, that's literally going to put the Pelicans in the bonus. And we're not even 3 minutes into this third quarter. Oh, my gosh. Just very, very wild. Herbert Jones converts on the three-point opportunity, and he gets it 79-58. And here's DeAnthony Melton with the basketball as he'll find Paul Reed on the near wing. Reed back to Melton. Melton has to step up, finds Maxey. Maxey takes it to the lane, steps back, stops on the dime, pulls up for two. And we have a walk on Tyrese Maxey. I don't understand that. They call an offensive charge. My goodness. 16 turnovers by the Sixers, and that is a season high for them. Herbert Jones all the way to Ingram, and Ingram actually did step out of bounds from the far corner. He was ready to fire the trigger, and he stepped out of bounds. That was the right play. It was with his left foot. Just a little push by Maxey, and that was it. 79-58. Here's Harris on the other end, and the ball gets intercepted by Williamson, and we have a very late whistle as a foul was called out in transition, I believe, on Marcus Morris Sr. Just another turnover by Toby. That's his fifth. His fifth turnover on the game. And that look says it all. Just shaking his head, being like, why, oh, why did I make that pass? We do have a stoppage to see if this was this was a clear path foul or what. They say it is a clear path foul, but this is going to be under review. I'm going to take a very quick step off. I have to blow my nose again. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't change that channel. See you very, very soon. All right, so we're back. Sixers challenge and the call. Oh, it just says call replay center. Sixers challenge that. I guess I was unsuccessful as Williamson makes the first foul shot. It's a clear path foul. It's now 80-58. Sixers trail by 22 points. And it's now 81-58. I'm right here, my guy. I'm right here. Hello. What's going on? If you're just tuning in, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I want us to get to 50 likes. We're on our way to 50. We also need 20 more subscribers to get to 1,530 subs. What are you guys waiting for? 81-58. Sixers trail by 23 points. No Joel Embiid tonight. He's out with an illness. Williamson on a little handoff all the way to Ingram. Ingram back to McCollum. McCollum back inside to Williamson. And he goes up with it. It's good as gold. Zion Williamson has not missed from the field tonight. He's 9 for 9. I don't know when the last Pelican to go 10 for 10 from the field was. but that is a really impressive feat. Here's Covington on the far elbow, trying to find Tyrese Maxey here. So Maxey on the near wing, tried to take it to the cup, and he can't do so. McCollum with a little lob pass inside to Williamson, and he throws it down. 10 for 10 he is tonight from the field. That is just absolutely absurd. 85-58. And the Pelicans are destroying the Sixers. Melton trying to dribble into traffic and poke it outside to Harris. It's stolen away, though, by the Pelicans. McCollum with a reverse layup. It's blocked on the other end by Tyrese Maxey. Good contest right there. Here's Harris to Covington for 3, and he got it. So, Sixers down by 24 points. That explains the score. Thank you. It's not even just that. It's just the fact that the Sixers have turned the ball over a countless amount of times. Just like a number of times, I should say. And the Pelicans are going to call a timeout here. And I'm going to take another quick step off. I don't know what the heck is going on. But I will be right back again. Sorry about that. All right, we're back. We're back. I think that we fixed the problem. Hopefully we did. All right, if you are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live or if I upload. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. All right, we do play-by-play for 76ers basketball, Phillies baseball, Eagles football, and we also do watch parties for Flyers hockey. We did our very first one last night. And we'll continue to do that. Flyers play tomorrow night. They play against the Devils. That game is at 7 o'clock, I believe. 7 o'clock or 7:30. Let's look at the calendar just to make sure and double check. And I think it's at 7:30 now. 7 o'clock. Nope, it's at 7. Okay. It is at 7. All right, let's get to 50 likes, guys. We're on our way to 50. And I want us to get to 1,530 subscribers. We're on our way towards that mark as well. Yeah. So the Sixers have been outclassed tonight by the Pelicans. There's no doubt about it. No way to sugarcoat it. They trailed by 24 points. They started off the quarter pretty strong. They had a nice little run by DeAnthony Melton, and then all of a sudden the Pelicans have just been hitting from everywhere, and Zion Williamson is 10 for 10 from the field. Just an incredible feat for him. And he's just not getting any sort of stops at the rim, too. Like, he's just making all these, like, crazy shots. 85-61, and we're not even halfway done this third quarter. And McCollum will head on over to the line for some more foul shots, as Melton got called for the personal after the Pelicans took a timeout. I mean, yes, like there have been a lot of calls that have gone against the Sixers. We have a technical foul called. The first foul shot is good. Wonder who the tech is on. 86-61. So Melton was the one that got called for the personal. There's McCollum for three. He puts it up and in. But will they count the bucket? No. They will not count the bucket, as Valanciunas got called for the offensive foul. There we go. I couldn't see it. Equal screen. Yep. So weird. Sixers down by 25 points. 6:41 left in this third quarter. So it's Maxey, Covington, Melton, and Reed and Harris all out there for the Sixers. Melton gets it on the near wing, swings it back out to Reed, dribbles off his hand, but it's last touched by Brandon Ingram. It just seems like the Sixers, when you're listening to the game or just watching, they're just trying to be a little bit too, I don't want to say too obvious with the passing game, but it seems like that the Pelicans have just covered them on every single asset whenever they're trying to pass. They just know who their target's going to be. There's Melton with a nice little drop-off pass inside. Covington couldn't make the bunny, but Reed is able to convert. So there you go. 86-63, 6:10 left to go in the third quarter. And now Brandon Ingram has it at the Toyota sign. Ingram dribbling into the lane, kicks it out to a wide-open three-pointer by Herbert Jones. No. Tobias Harris says no, and he comes up with the rebound. Harris dribbling down the lane, trying to take his defender to Septa, and he does so. The finger roll finish by Tobias Harris, and the Sixers cut it to a 21-point deficit. Here's Ingram on a pass all the way to Najee Marshall. Marshall for three on the near corner, and he knocks it down again. So this is what has really come to bite the 76ers, is that the three-point shooting has just been pretty crazy in this third quarter. 89-65, they trail by 24 points. Here's Maxey to DeAnthony Melton. Melton hands it off to Harris for three. And the basketball gods say no as it goes in and out. Could have went either way. Najee Marshall tries to find Jonas Valanciunas. Valanciunas gets the ball intercepted by Maxey. Maxey with a home run pass to Melton. And Melton gets it blocked by Herbert Jones. Herbert Jones just sneaked right in. Here's Marshall. Marshall to Ingram for three. It's up and in. And that might as well potentially put a dagger in it. 92-65. And we're not even... We have 4 minutes and 46 seconds left in this third quarter. This is really getting out of hand. It is getting very, very out of hand. Oh, boy. I was going to say something, and then I forgot what it was. If you guys are new, man, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons. We do Sixers basketball, we do Flyers hockey, we do Phillies baseball, and Eagles football as well. Let's take a look at some of the other scores. So we got the Denver Nuggets. They're up 48-36 with 8:08 left to go in the second quarter. The Magic won 139-120. And the Lakers ended up winning as well against the Detroit Pistons. That final score ended up being 133-107. Lakers had LeBron James go off tonight. D'Angelo Russell actually had 35 points in that game for the Lakers, and the Sixers did a good job at holding them. But the opposite happened tonight for L.A. Let's take a sip of water. How about Anthony Davis with 28 points and 16 rebounds? Couldn't do that against Joel Embiid, but had a pretty good night in that department. LeBron had 25. He had 8 rebounds and 4 assists as well. So no Joel Embiid tonight. He's out with an illness. and the Sixers trail by 27 points. They're down 92-65. So the Sixers, their worst loss, I was looking at this. Some of their worst losses, they lost the worst point margin loss that they've ever had in their franchise history was when they lost to the Seattle Supersonics 149-93. That was in the 92-93 season, and it was on March 6th at Seattle against the Supersonics. And they also lost to the Kings 154-98. Trying to see what their largest loss was to New Orleans, but I don't think that they have it on this site. 92-65, and here's Tyrese Maxey with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. 4:25 left to go in this third quarter. KJ Martin can't make the three-pointer for the Sixers. And we have a goaltending violation called against Philadelphia, as they're now going to be down by 31 points. Oh my gosh, I'm like losing it. That was certainly a goaltending there. That explains the score. Thanks. There's a three-pointer by Tyrese Maxey, and he puts it up, and he gets it to go from the near wing. So Tyrese does have 18 points, or 21 now. The second leading scorer in this starting lineup right now is Patrick Beverley, and he has 7. There's a three-point shot answered on the other side by Jordan Hawkins. So Jordan Hawkins able to cash in with a 3 of his own. 97-68. And here we go. So Reed will hand it back to Beverley. Beverley with a little floater. He puts it up and in. I think it was actually supposed to be an alley-oop pass to KJ Martin, but Beverley will take it. Friday you play Boston. You? I mean, like, we do call games for the Sixers, but, you know, we do this for broadcasting, but yeah. Who will show up? I don't know. Joel Embiid will be there. So, again, you're missing 25, 30 points from a big man, so that makes a big difference. But 97-70, and Reed will hand it off to Maxey again for another triple, and he knocks that one down. So the Sixers down by 24 points now, 2:55 left in this third quarter. And Maxey now has 24 points. That's his third 3 that he's hit from downtown. Who's your team, Joseph? Ingram for 2. Too short. Zeller trying to get the rebound. It goes out all the way to Robert Covington. So we've talked about Robert Covington for a little bit for the Sixers and how he's been their second second most three-point shots made in their franchise history. Maxey lost it out of bounds, and it'll still be Sixers basketball. Joseph says I'm a Boston fan. So how'd you find my channel? How'd you find my channel? We welcome all fans on here. I was just really curious. Just very, very curious. 97-73. Beverley to Covington for 3 from the far corner. It's up and in. Sixers now cut it to a 21-point deficit. With 2:24 left to go, and the Pelicans will finally call their second timeout. Actually, that'll be their third timeout. All right. Joseph, how'd you find my channel? Was I doing the Celtics game? Is that how you found it? Maybe that's how you found it. Let's see. It's funny because they blew out the Lakers by 44 points, and now they're down by 21. There's a little bit of a difference. When Boston's not playing, I like to see the other top teams. Oh, wow. That's cool, man. Weren't you on for, like, my Phillies games, too, though? You do a nice job. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I do. I try to, like, the one thing I got to get practice at is, like, when it comes to blowouts like these, we have to have extra information. And we try to keep it fair, even though we show our bias towards the Sixers, of course, because we're calling games for the Sixers, and I'm doing this just to get reps at broadcasting, That's really what it comes down to. I don't see a lot of people doing this, and I don't know, I find it really interesting. But I like it. So Jose Alvarado comes back in, so he did go back to the locker room before, and I guess he just had a cramp. I'm curious. 97-76. There's a 2-point shot that's up and in. Good defense by the Sixers, but even better offense. Zion Williamson comes back in for Brandon Ingram. There was a shot that went up, and it was in by Jordan Hawkins. So Reed to Maxey for 3, and we have an offensive foul called against the Sixers. It's on Paul Reed. It's called for the illegal screen there. So he tried to set up a screen for Maxey to shoot a 3, but he was moving. I don't really know. I thought his feet were set, but just it hasn't been their night. Has not been their night, and the Sixers have not been able to back that up. Williamson trying to go into the lane, and we have another foul called against the Sixers this time. It's on KJ Martin. So Maxey again has 24 points. Covington with 6. Beverly with 9. That's pretty much it. Williamson has 27. He's 10 for 10 from the field, as I mentioned before. I'm trying to see who the last person in NBA history to go 10 for 10 from the field was. Who was the last person? Who was the last person to go 10 for 10 from the field? First foul shot's good, and we have technical foul called against the Sixers, and the free throw's no good there. Trying to see most field goals. Which NBA players, this is a question that somebody asked, which NBA players have had a perfect field goal shooting for one game and scored 20 or more points? Ivica Zubac, at one time he had 20 points and 15 rebounds against the Mavericks, and he shot 100% from the field. Huh, that's wild. I did not know that. 101-76. Sixers trail by 25. We have a foul called against Hawkins this time. It's on Jordan Hawkins. If you just subscribe to my channel, I really do appreciate that. Comment who you are down below, and I'll give you a shout-out, man. I will most certainly give you a shout-out. We're on our way to try to get to 50 likes tonight. So hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Would also love to reach 1,530 if we can as well. Beverly's first foul shot is good. So Patrick Beverly got called or was fouled by Jordan Hawkins. Williamson has 29 points and 7 rebounds and 5 assists as well. Second foul shot. Patrick Beverly drains that one as well. It's now a 23-point deficit with 95 seconds left, and that's not for the game. That's just this third quarter. Sixers are shooting 100% from the free throw line, but they're just 12 for 12, and meanwhile, the Pelicans are 24 for 27. Alvarado kicks it out to Zeller. Zeller tries to go up with a 2, and a good block by KJ Martin. Here comes Beverly. Beverly tries to find Covington. And Maxey now has it. 1:05 left to go in this third quarter. Maxey being guarded by Alvarado. Here comes a screen by Patrick Beverly, and he gets the switch that he wants. 5 seconds left. He steps back, puts up a triple. It's a little short. Covington comes away with the offensive rebound, and the Sixers will reset on offense. That's what you want from Rocco. Just getting you a nice little offensive rebound and making sure that you're keeping the possession alive. Maxey almost lost his dribble, tries to go up with a little layup. It's up and in. Good job by Tyrese Maxey right there. He just lost his footing and then was just able to do a little Kyrie Irving move as he just was a little artist and was able to do a little Euro step as he lost the dribble and just kept his footing right there, and he got it. This is to cut the deficit to 20, and that one is good. The Sixers, honestly, they have put up as many points as the Pelicans have in this quarter, even though it doesn't feel like it. Actually does have 27, 12 in this quarter alone. There's a block by Mo Bamba, but they're going to call a foul on him. And it's Cody Zeller, who's the center, will go to the line for 2 free throws. And that was probably a good foul, too, by Mo Bamba, because you want to try to make Cody Zeller earn it the hard way. And he just got him right on the hands. There we go. We just reached 30 likes. 20 more until we get to 50. Let's get to that 50 mark. F a Spot, how you doing, my guy? So Cody Zeller drains the first foul shot, and he's able to put that one up and in. So Cody Zeller is now 31 years old. He was the 4th pick in the 2013 draft. Well, he's wearing a face mask on his face. And the second foul shot, it hits off the back of the iron. .25 seconds left, 9 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Beverly directing the traffic. And he'll hand it off to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey goes into the lane. There's a little Euro step. Hard contact made. And the Sixers will retain possession here. 102 to 81. So Cody Zeller, of course you have his other brother, Tyler Zeller, and Luke Zeller as well. So Luke is 36 years old. He's 6'11", was drafted in 2009. And then Tyler, of course, he's 33 years old and was another pick that was by the San Antonio Spurs. 102 to 81. And that's going to end the third quarter. Sixers are down by 21 points as we go into quarter number 4. And they're getting blown out of the gym by the New Orleans Pelicans. All right, cool. Cool stuff. Let's try to get 18 more subs. If you guys would actually like to donate to the channel, please, by all means, feel free to do so. You can hit that super chat button down below. We're on here for almost every single Sixers game. We're also on here for Flyers watch parties. We do Eagles football as well. And we do Phillies baseball. We do the Big Four, man. We did 127 of the 162 during the Phillies season. And all their playoff games as well. And, I've just been doing this nonstop for 11 months. We made the channel a year ago today. We made the channel a year ago today, guys. I know that didn't really sound as enthusiastic. I'm actually not starting to feel my best. I don't know why. But, of course, we're going to dribble this one out because that's just what we do. But, yeah, so that's pretty nice. But we didn't start calling games on this channel until 11 months ago. How did you know the date? YouTube gave me a notification. They told me, congratulations. Congratulations on starting your channel on this day last year. That's exactly what they said. It was a really weird way to word it, but I guess that there's weirder ways to word things. Happy birthday. Thank you. Happy anniversary is probably the better way to put it, but thank you. Appreciate that. It's probably the more proper way to say it. Yeah. Not really a good way to celebrate the anniversary so far, but the Sixers, hey, they can turn it around. They could turn it around. They're down by 21 points. Larry, are you still here? I hope you're feeling better, man. I really do. I ask if you're still here because I want to know, because you've been really quiet. I like it when you're loud. But yeah. . Joseph, thanks so much for subscribing, man. I thought that you subscribed before, but I guess not. I guess not. The audio and video calls are now available on X. I didn't know that. This game is not conducive tonight. That's a very, very good way to put it, my guy. 102 to 81, and just 8 seconds into this, so we have a timeout called already? We do. 8 seconds into the fourth quarter, we have a timeout called. Wow, wow, wow. It's just been that type of a night. It's been that type of a night. It's by the Pelicans. They called a timeout. So, happy anniversary. Thank you, FS Pod. Appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Where are we? There we are. So Zion, according to StatMuse, Zion 25-point games this season. He has 6 over his last 6 games, and I don't know, first 9 games. Oh, we had 1 in his first 9 games. So he's really showing a lot of improvement. Williamson is 10 for 10 from the field and has 27 points so far. This is according to Aaron Summers. I love Aaron Summers. So that's the 6th straight game of 25 or more for Zion. Yep, that's what they just said. That's what I wanted to see. I saw that, man. I certainly did see that. This is like so delayed, this Ninja Chat. We'll have to figure that out some other time. I don't know why it's delayed, but it is. All right. Let's look at some other scores, shall we? The Rangers are up 3-2. The New York Rangers, that is. They lead it against the Detroit Red Wings. And we have 2 other hockey games going on tonight as we speak. We have the Montreal Canadiens. They beat the Columbus Blue Jackets 4-2 as the final score. And Washington will be playing against the LA Kings. That'll be at 10:30 p.m. At the Crypto.com arena. Oh, good, man. Good. Good. I'm happy that you have a date, man. 102 to 81. And, well, Williamson tried to take it to the lane, and we have a foul called against the Sixers. There's an inbound pass all the way to McCollum. McCollum almost lost his footing and tries to pass it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robert Covington. 4.3 seconds left on the shot clock with 11:40 left to go in this game. Another great call. Thanks to JJ and everyone for sticking it out. Of course, man. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really can't understand why this scoreboard is like so slow, but it just is. We're not even 20 seconds into this, and yet we've had like a timeout called, and I think that the Sixers will challenge this, so the Sixers will call timeout. Wow. It's just been that type of a night, man. It's been that type of a night. The Sixers, I wanted to see this. The Sixers winning by 44. This is according to Prez on X. So President Embiid. That's what he's called. He has 22.1K followers. Does a lot of cool stuff for Philly sports. He says the Sixers winning by 44 then losing by 44 the very next game is something I don't think I've ever seen a team do before. Well, they're not down by 44. They're down by just 21. So they're halfway there. They're halfway there. So that's interesting that he said that. I wanted to see what else people are saying on Twitter. Paul Hudrick from Liberty Ballers. Love what he does. He's great. He says, quote, "The Sixers are getting the result they've earned, but this officiating crew has been horrendous. There's no doubt about it. Surprised it took this long for someone to get a tech," he says. He's not wrong. He's not wrong about it. Here's some good news, though, for the Sixers. So the Sixers actually signed Rookie Council IV. He's a two-way signee. He's been playing at the G League level. He can also come up to the Sixers organization anytime. But he had 20 points in the first half for the Delaware Bluecoats. Probably would pay for just to go watch him play and see what he can do, because this guy's very athletic. He has a lot of potential. He has a lot of wing ability, and he can shoot the ball really well too. He's a very good finisher, and is one of those guys that just does a really good job at just attacking in transition. So he's 9 for 12 from the field in the first half. That's really cool. Excuse me. Oh, boy. RB says, "This game is driving me insane. Might not end until tomorrow." He tweeted that out 34 minutes ago. All right, FS Pod. The December 4th is when I will begin my battle against pancreatic cancer. Man, we're all saying prayers for you, my guy. We're all here for you, and we all care about you, man. We all care. All right, so the coach's challenge. The call stands, and the Sixers get called with a timeout. The Sixers get called with a timeout, and Nick Nurse gets called for a tech. That is just absolutely absurd. So, in case you're wondering, the Sixers did not touch the ball last, it looked like, on the replay. And it went out of bounds towards the far sideline. And, well, Nick Nurse saying, whatever, I'll get a technical foul because I know I'm right. And he stands with his guys. And, well, nothing's going their way tonight, clearly. 103-81. And here's Marshall. Najee Marshall, that is. We'll just kick it out all the way to Jordan Hawkins. Stolen away, though, by K.J. Martin. And Martin trying to go up with a 2. Couldn't get it to go. Patrick Beverley out there for the Sixers. And we have another stoppage in play here. We're not even 1 minute into this fourth quarter. And yet this quarter has been going on for about 8 minutes. Just absolutely absurd. Not even a minute in. But we do appreciate you all for sticking around on here. Wonder if that was a goaltending that they missed on KJ Martin. I don't think so. So 11:23 left in this ball game. And Sixers will get to inbound it again. Well, Bamba had an offensive rebound, but it's some sort of a stoppage. I think that the clock stopped working, and that's what it was. Beverly on the near wing tries to find Melton. Melton catches, shoots, fires the trigger, and knocks it down. And finally, for the first time since the early part of the third quarter, the Sixers have cut it down to within 20. 103-84. Williamson will kick it out to McCollum. McCollum to Valanciunas. There's a three-point shot that's off the mark. And grabbing their own rebounds are the Pelicans that time. It's Jordan Hawkins who grabbed his own miss. McCollum for 3. No good. Battered around, and finally, the Sixers come up with a rebound. Melton dribbles into traffic. No good. The putback is up by Bamba. And we have a foul called. We have a whistle, I should say. It's on Valanciunas. So Melton will head to the line to shoot 2 free throws. So we're less than 2 minutes into this fourth quarter, and Melton's first foul shot is good. DeAnthony Melton was a guy that played for the Memphis Grizzlies. He was actually a former draft pick by Daryl Morey from the Houston Rockets. Misses the second foul shot, made the first one. And he was traded, actually, in the Ben Simmons package. The Sixers actually, well, they got a draft pick back. They really deferred the draft pick when they traded away Ben Simmons. They gave up a pick, and as we have a foul called on the other end, and McCollum will head to the line to shoot 2 free throws. The Sixers actually got the draft pick back because the Nets deferred the draft pick, and the Sixers would then trade that draft pick to get DeAnthony Melton. Turn the TV down, turn play-by-play with JJ up. I love that. That's great. That's great. Yep, I love you too, man. Love you too. 104-85. As McCollum hits that one. McCollum, 13 points, 5 assists. He's the president of the basketball of the NBA Players Association, I should say, and he makes that second foul shot too. 105-85. Actually grew up not that far from me and went to high school with one of my family friends. We do have a whistle. Another one. I don't think that should shock anybody. 10:08 left in this fourth quarter. The Sixers will have it. The whistle was on the Pelicans. It was a foul on CJ. Here's Melton. Melton dribbles into the lane, tries to find KJ Martin. Martin to Beverly for 2. No good. And Dyson Daniels comes away with the rebound. Here's McCollum, who kicks it out all the way to Hawkins. Hawkins with one more to Valanciunas, and he got it. Best of luck to you. Oh, yes. Yes, best of luck, man. For sure. 9.5 minutes to go. Beverly stops on the dime. Hands it out to Bamba. Bamba gets the ball loose, but picks back up his dribble. Melton trying to find Martin inside. Goes up with a little reverse layup. And KJ Martin gets it. So KJ Martin used to go by Kenyon Martin Jr., is, of course, the son of Kenyon Martin. Was a G League player for a little bit of time. There's a 3-point shot on the other end that's made. And that time, Jordan Hawkins answers the bell. Hawkins has 13 points. He's 2 for 6 from downtown and has 5 rebounds as well. 110-87. Pelicans have a 23-point lead. Here's Covington off of a pass to Melton again for another triple. And it's a little bit short from the far wing. 8:44 left. And there's a little Euro step, and we have a travel called against Jordan Hawkins. So we had an open basket. Just couldn't get it. All right, let's get to 50 likes, guys. Let's get to the 50 mark. If you have not hit that thumbs up button yet, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Algo people, do your thing. I'd love us to get to 1,530 subscribers. That's what we got to do, man. Tell your friends about this channel. We do 76ers play-by-play. We do Flyers watch parties, and we do Eagles play-by-plays and Phillies play-by-plays as well. Here's Patrick Beverly, who has it. A drop-off pass inside to Martin. Martin wasn't even looking to shoot it. He'll just hand it off to Covington for a 3. And finally, the Sixers get a 3-pointer right there. It's 110-90. 8:20 left in this fourth quarter. McCollum steps up. He's at the foul line. Pulls up and drains it with a hand in his face. And now CJ McCollum with 16 points in this game. 16 for McCollum and 16 for Hawkins, 17 for Valanciunas, and 29 for Williamson. There's Melton for 3. Again, yes. So DeAnthony Melton is now 4 for 9 from beyond the arc. I've never sneezed on the air before. Hopefully that does not happen again. I figured at one point it was going to happen, but it just happened. There's a 2 that's up, no good. Wonder if that's ever happened to any other broadcaster. I'd have to ask somebody that. I don't think so. Jordan Hawkins had a 3-point shot that just went in and out. Thank you. Thank you, FS Spot. Beverly swings it out to Bamba for 3 from the far corner. Way too strong. And Daniels is able to grab his miss. Bamba missed it from 22 feet. So Dyson Daniels climbs the ladder and comes down the chimney with that board. Covington tries to pick his pocket. Williamson heads into the lane. And we have another foul called. It'll be on, I believe it's on Mo Bamba this time. Williamson will head back to the line. Gesundheit. Thank you. I thought you almost said good night. I was like, oh, thanks for coming on, Chris. I appreciate it. But you said Gesundheit. There's definitely a difference. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Didn't that happen to Snowman? Well, good. Then I'm not the first one to do it. That's good. If I was a first, that's maybe not a bad thing. I'm going to start fighting early, not waiting for the 4th, considering me the undercard. Oh, my gosh. You have that too? Wow. Wow. I didn't know that, Mike. And we love all y'all, man. 114-93. Willie Green certainly has to be very impressed with how his team is playing so far. Of course, Willie Green, the head coach for the New Orleans Pelicans, he took over for Alvin Gentry. Actually stops on a dime. He tries to hand it off to Bamba. It's blocked by Brandon Ingram. Ingram only has 15 points tonight. He is 4 for 6 from the field. And this is a guy, well, when you just take a look at his stats, he's been really good just throughout his whole entire career. He's been a very good three-point shooter. This season he's averaging 24.5 points per game. But this is why this team, honestly, is under a lot of people's radars, because when they're all fully healthy, they can play. They most certainly can play all together. Zion, Ingram, and C.J. McCollum. They're all very, very good. Over his last 10 games, Ingram is averaging about 26 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists as well. Sixers try to get the inbound, and we have another turnover, which shouldn't surprise anybody. Another turnover. Alvarado on the other end. So he gets the ball from Ingram. Ingram back to Alvarado. Alvarado trying to go up with a little floater. No good. Alvarado tries to get it back up, and he gets it to go. So there was a cut ball violation, and it went, and I guess that the Sixers did not have it go their way. No, just support. Yeah, we love you, man. Tobias Harris gets it for the Sixers, tries to dribble it towards the baseline, and he gets it to go with the right hand. Jose Alvarado, so he has 5 points in this game. I was going to say that he's the 6th player to score in double figures for them, but I am totally wrong about that. They have 5 guys, and the next one that's in line to get at least into the double digits would be Herbert Jones, who just has 7 points. He's 0 for 3 from 3, 3 for 7 from field goal range, but he's plus 25 on the field. Everybody on the bench for them is a minus. But for all the starters, Williamson's plus 20, Ingram's plus 21, McCollum's plus 23, Valanciunas plus 22, and Jones is plus 25. If you just subscribe to my channel, let me know who you are down below, and I'd love to give you a shout-out. I would love to give you a shout-out, man. I really, really would. 116-95. Sixers on a fast break. DeAnthony Melton puts it down with a little dunk there. And it's now a 116-97 ball game. The Sixers will be back at it on Friday night as they'll take on the Boston Celtics. And that's obviously going to be a very big game for them for a lot of reasons. And we will have the coverage on here. Here's Alvarado, and then he'll get called for the walk. Jose Alvarado just took about 3 steps or so, and you cannot do that. 5 minutes and 4 seconds left in this game, and this game started at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Well, tip-off actually started at 8:08, if I remember correctly, but it's now 10:22 p.m. Eastern Time. Covington will be the inbounder as he finds Tyrese Maxey. Sixers starters are still out there. They trail by 19 points with 4:55 left. Maxey kicks it out to Melton for three from the near corner. It goes in and out, and another offensive rebound by Robert Covington.
Hello, family. While you're shopping, please give me a new 5G phone.
This is how you tell me you want to.
There we go. I was wondering what the heck that was. There's a three-pointer by Covington. He drains it, and it's now a 16-point deficit. Well, Sixers are clawing their way back. 4.5 minutes left to go. And we have a charge called on Herbert Jones. Sorry about that. FS Pod's laughing. At least I made somebody laugh. Technical difficulties on a stream. And that's brought to you by whoever just played that Deck the Halls jingle. I don't know which sponsor that would be, but whatever. 116-100 with 4:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Tyrese Maxey's trapped. He'll hand it off to Robert Covington. Covington back to Maxey. Maxey goes into the lane, and Maxey gets it up, and it's in. Well, now the Sixers are down by 14 points. They're going on a little run. 4:05 left in this fourth quarter. Alvarado trying to get into the lane. Goes up with a two. No good. And the Sixers get a rebound from Tobias Harris. So Harris on the near wing tries to drive it into the baseline, puts it up, and it's in, but they won't count the bucket. They're going to call a foul on the floor on the Pelicans. Well, this kind of reminds you a little bit of the game that the Sixers had last year when they were down by about 26 points against Dallas, and then they cut it. They actually ended up cutting it to like a 5-point deficit with like a minute and a half left to go. 116-102. Covington inbounds it to Paul Reed. Paul Reed's at the top of the key. He hands it off to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey almost got a screen from B-ball Paul, and now we'll just reset at the logo. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Dribbles over towards his right side. Furkan Korkmaz now in there for the Sixers too. Maxey, what's he going to do? He steps up. He lets it fly, and he drains it. And the Sixers are now down by 12. 3.5 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. The Pelicans have not scored in 3 minutes. Williamson taking it to the lane, kicks it out to Jones. Jones, one more to Ingram for three. It's up, no good. And Reed gets the rebound. Furkan Korkmaz has it. The Sixers, if they make a three here, could cut it to single digits. Maxey dribbling inside the lane, goes up with it. Don't count the bucket again. We're going to have a foul on the floor. It's on Cody Zeller. That's the fourth foul allowed by New Orleans. And now DeAnthony Melton will come back in for the Sixers for Furkan Korkmaz. So the Sixers, they're going on a little run. They were down by as many as 27 points, as I want to say. Let's see. Oh, Reed will get the inbound here. Reed spinning and trying to pass it, and it's stolen away by Zion Williamson. It was intercepted by Zion. So Williamson at the top of the key. Here he is, trying to dribble into the lane, kicks it back out to Brandon Ingram. Ingram all the way to McCollum for two at the foul line, and he connects. That was a big bucket there. 118-104. They almost have to be perfect if they want to at least get back into this. Melton to Covington. Covington hands it off to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey kicks it out to Reed. Reed goes into the lane, puts it up, and he's fouled. He is fouled right there. Blanc Kong, thanks so much for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate it, man. I really do. So B-ball Paul will head back to the line. The Sixers are also in the bonus, which is very interesting for sure. I was going to say something else, and then I forget what it was. Sixers were down by 29 points. Reed's first foul shot is good, and they're down by 13. This would cut it to 12. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining, in case you are wondering. About a couple minutes ago, they were down by 20. 118-105. Second foul shot is good. And it's now a 12-point deficit. 2.5 minutes left to go. Williamson has to inbound it, and he finally gets it off to Brandon Ingram. Ingram back to Williamson. So Zion Williamson, 18 seconds left on the shot clock. They trap him at center court. It's stolen away by Paul Reed. Here's Melton, off to Maxey. Maxey goes inside, up with a 2. It's good. And the Sixers are down by 10. 2:16 left to go, and he's fouled. Wow. Are you kidding me? We have a ball game here at the Smoothie King Arena. And a timeout is called by Willie Green. Wow. If they somehow come back and win this thing, I literally said, like, as soon as CJ McCollum made a big 3, that could put the dagger in the game. If they do that, I have to cut a whole clip of this, because this is insane. It seems like when I go to say something, I forget what I'm going to say, says FS Pod. Well, I think you had a magical sneeze. That might win comment of the year. Not gonna lie. Wow. Ugh. My gosh, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe. The Sixers were down by as many as 29. They have outscored the Pelicans 25-16. Williamson gets the inbound here. McCollum gets it past half court. Finds Herbert Jones. Jones to Williamson. Williamson to McCollum. McCollum with a wide open 3. Too strong. Robert Covington with the rebound. 2 minutes left to go. DeAnthony Melton standing at the top of the key, being guarded by Ingram. They'll find Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey dribbles into the lane, kicks it out to Reed. Reed with a 2. It's up and in. Oh, my goodness. They cut it to single digits. 118 to 110. Sixers are still in the bonus. They trap McCollum. McCollum to Williamson. Williamson to Ingram. And Ingram, we'll go back to Williamson here. Williamson to McCollum for 2. It's up and in. Oh, man. He got the friendly bounce. 120 to 110. Less than 90 seconds to go. Maxey for 3 at the top of the key. Way too strong. Way too strong. And Jones comes away with the rebound. McCollum has it, and we have a foul called. I believe it's against Paul Reed. 1 minute and 14 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Couldn't believe it. But Tyrese Maxey, I thought that he shot the 3 just a little bit too quickly. The Sixers did have a foul to give, and McCollum has it in the backcourt. That 2-point shot that he made, and it bounced 3 times. That was a big one. Williamson all the way inside to Jonas Valanciunas, puts it up and in. 122 to 110. Sixers now down by 12 with 65 seconds left. Melton picks it up at half court. DeAnthony Melton tries to take it to the lane, goes up with a 2. Hard contact, and the Sixers lose the ball, and I believe it'll be Pelicans basketball. So he hit the deck pretty hard. 58 and a half seconds left to go. Zion Williamson. I don't know what they're going to do, but they have a timeout called here. Sixers call a timeout. Can they challenge this? I'm a little confused because it seems like that they've challenged like 3 plays today. We have a timeout called on the floor. If there was 2 more minutes, we would tie it. We have a big MO on our side. Wow. This is wild. 122 to 110. So the Sixers call it a timeout. I can't tell if they're going to challenge this or not. Maxey's just 3 for 10 from beyond the arc, but he has 33 points tonight. He does have 33 points tonight. Momentum. Yep, that's the right word. We have Big Mo. I figured you meant momentum. Something like that. If you guys are new, man, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you know when I upload. If you guys believe in the Sixers for a comeback win, please hit that thumbs up button, man. What a game. What a game. 122 to 110. The Sixers were down by as many as 29. And Beverly will come on in. And KJ Martin will also sub in as well. Both teams down to one timeout. McCollum is trapped. And they try to give it to Williamson. The Sixers probably should foul here. I don't know what they're doing. Ingram has it on the near wing. Still no foul. Huh. Interesting. McCollum all the way to Williamson. Williamson back to McCollum. McCollum takes it to the lane. Goes up with a high scoop. And Valanciunas gets the rebound. Here's Williamson with a 2. It's up and in. 124-110 with 38 seconds left to go. Robert Covington out in transition for the Sixers. Standing at the Smoothie King Center. The Sixers have to try to put up a 3. Here's KJ Martin on a pass all the way to Bamba, and Bamba finishes and gets it to go and 1. Well, he's fouled too. 124 to 112. Hit that bell icon, baby. Yeah. 124-112. Bamba will go up with a foul shot. Too strong. Reed gets the offensive rebound, though. Reed takes it back to the three-point line. Bamba and Reed out there for the Sixers. Bamba, what's he doing? He has to get something off. He goes up with a 2. It's up and in. 124-114. Sixers will not foul here, and that's going to do it. Wow. So the Sixers lose by 10. And, well, they made it really interesting with over the last 4.5 minutes or so left in the game, and they cut it all the way down to 9, but they still lose by a final score of 124 to 114. And, well, you can look at the score and see the result of the game, but that doesn't dismiss the fact that they were down by so many points, and they were trailing throughout almost the entire game, and they just somehow at the end just made it a game because the Pelicans took their foot off the gas pedal and the Sixers were finally converting. So, all right, guys, I'm not feeling my best. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, but I am going to sign off, all right? But we will be back tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time as the Philadelphia Flyers will be on, and we'll be doing our second Flyers watch party. So, all right. I love you all, and I'll catch you all on the next one. And if you guys aren't going to tune in tomorrow, hopefully I'll see you all on Friday. So, Sixers will be back at it against the Boston Celtics. Love you all. Good night and good day. Yes, sir.